We're in serious trouble. Joel points out that only 29% of Americans support the big bill. Hi, Barbara. Yes, the food prices will be high so long as we have embargoes and we are blocking trade, and it's hard to get wheat and other supplies. Then we will see food scarcity. The other problem is global warming and erratic weather, which is causing crops to be lost. How many GOP members quit or retire before the midterms? So this is the other question. How are they going to do in the midterms? Yeah, I'm staying later because a lot happened today with Diddy, and I did a whole room. I tried to bring it together into one because I knew people were going to ask about Diddy. By the way, he will see no peace because he's got thousands of victims suing him. He will know no rest. His career is over, just like the guy said in the interview. He's lost his audience. And they're going to go after him for taxes too, by the way, which is how they usually take out people like Diddy. Oh, he's going to lose everything. His goodbye to the mansion. Okay, GOP. Let's see about the future of the GOP. Are we going to take them out? When is the least educated person in class going to figure this out, right? They're not your friends. And both parties are corrupted, right? So we have to look at each individual person at a local level. Do we know this guy? What's his track record? Do we know this lady? What's her track record? Citizens United. We have to override Citizens United with grassroots programs, right? Look, revolutions have happened before. They will happen again and again and again. The GOP, they took a leap of faith, right? What's the problem with the fool? Everything has a positive and a negative aspect. The fool takes a leap of faith and falls on their ass. Did they know? Look, it depends on who their constituents are, how poor they are, how badly they were harmed by this bill. The opposition is dancing in the streets. We're going to be joyful and don't be violent. I don't believe in violence. You know, Martin Luther King, we shall overcome hand in hand and no violence. When we get violent, we scare people and then they don't want to be part of the movement. So we do this through love and joy and singing and feeding the poor. You know, we have forgotten our way. There's, nonviolent resistance love is more powerful than hate. If we can love each other and dance in the streets and hand out food and sing songs that bring us back to our American roots, we will win. We must win with joy and with love and bread and compassion, not through violence. That is how we win. The hope and fear at this time, the violence and the aggression, August is going to be huge. And the final outcome, heartbreak and betrayal. The people feel heartbroken and betrayed. Two of Wands, the global partnership again. We have to pray, we have to march, and we have to also rejoice in caring for one another. Three of Wands. According to this, the energy I feel, there are Republicans that in the House that feel that they themselves were betrayed by this president. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So you have to ask yourself, what the hell happened with Murkowski? You know, she sold her soul for what? A few pennies going to Alaska? They would have done that deal anyway because it was money for them. You didn't have to sell your soul for those contracts. They still would have done a business with Alaska. She had the cards. They didn't have the cards. She had the cards. She got the oil. Revolution in August. That's my prediction. No, I think many are going to lose. because the people feel betrayed. And Three of Wands, our ship is coming in. So I don't think it bodes well at all for their future. They should have done that. They should have seen the writing on the wall. Oh, hi. Hi, Alice. Yeah, they will quit or retire. Migrant workers. Yes, exactly. It's another thing. Going after our workers. Are you out of your damn mind? You want to go in 100-degree heat and pick watermelon in Simi Valley? Knock yourself out, right? Tomatoes rotting on the vine because of you idiots. I don't want to pay $5 for a tomato. Let's look at the farmers. I mean, it's suicide, right? So the rich can afford the food. The rich can afford it. The rest of us can't, right? We're back to what? Gruel? Oh, no, we can't afford grain. That's right. Picking dandelions, right? That's what peasants did. They picked mushrooms and dandelions, and that became their food. Grassroots. Stuck eating grass and roots, right? All right, the immigrant, the oppressed. Look, nobody wants criminals and MI6. We want them gone. We're talking about innocent people who are working, being arrested when they go to get their visas renewed. They're not even targeting the worst of them. Strength, the strength of the immigrant. Earned their stripes to be in this country, just like our ancestors did, right? They worked their asses off. Three of Wands. They win. Magician. It falls with the immigrant because the people that own these companies are not going to sit back and watch their stuff go belly up. There will be pushback. The power is with the people, the strength. It was a bad idea. They do this stuff to win votes, and it's just Trump's health. How is Trump's health? That's a really good question. How is Trump's health? I do not know, but I can't imagine it's good. How is Trump's health? Thank you, Joel. I know we're going a little late today. If Joel or anybody needs to take off, I'm upset. I'm staying late today. Okay. Trump. How bad is Trump's health? You love me. Trump's health. It's overdone. The Knight of Pentacles goes nowhere. So we're seeing this stop or slowing down. We could just see him being less active. I just don't have the energy I used to as Trump. When I put myself in the shoes of Trump, I don't feel good. There's fighting and rioting. People are fighting. Hey, outside the White House. He's done. I mean, if people could, they would tear him to pieces if they could get into the White House. Look at the fighting. Look at this. This is the night that goes nowhere. I think that Trump sealed his fate with this bill. I think he sealed look, we knew MAGA was about to engage in civil war. It's taken a hell of a long time. But that's really what it looks like, that we're looking at civil war. And this guy, who likes him now? Who likes Trump? Look at that. There it is again. Fighting, betrayal, 10 of Swords. Final outcome for Trump. War. He leaves the country in a state of chaos and war because everything he touches dies. I think that it's chaos. I think that the experts come in to try and cool the heat. I think it's going to be a very, very hot August. I think that fighting is over the presidency. I think that sobriety and trying to cool things down, he has created chaos. I see civil war. I think that I get this impression this guy is not going to finish this term. Like he could be out in the next couple months. This Knight of Pentacles goes nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. I wonder if he's finished. Is this the thing that takes him out? Because his cards look terrible.